computer vision. The T800 vision looks futuristic, but really this technology has existed since the 1960s. And now we have Facebook with object recognition. It's been applied to driverless cars such as Uber and Zoox, even to play a part in medical imaging. So today we'll be harnessing this power, we'll be using it to find a date? What's up fam, it's your boy Wilpo. So today we'll be working with computer vision, which is essentially how computers see the world. To do this we'll be needing OpenCV, TensorFlow for our machine learning, Deep Face for facial recognition, and a lot of research, and more 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 research, and more. So our program needs to know how to integrate with swiping, reject ads, reject blank profiles, reject possible scams, and finding out even more of the power of machine learning, all for the sake of science! So first off we need to make an account. Looks like we might need to set up a Facebook account first, so we'll just go ahead and get that done. Alright, now that's set up, let's go back to Tinder. Great, now we can make our account properly. Oh fiddlesticks. To reiterate, we're here for science and not to abuse the platform. So how do we tackle swiping? This is fantastic, but it only goes in one way. For this project, we want to be a little bit more selective. Fortunately, the user interface allows for hotkeys, so all we need to do is create defined GUI functions. Now that our swiping's done, let's go check back to see if we can set up our Tinder now. Ah yes, let's put ourselves out there. Looking good. So the thing with Tinder is you only get 100 swipes a day, which is why we don't want to be wasting them on ads. So to learn about ads, we need to find some ads. I'm not really a fan of ads. You feel like you're bombarded by ads every day, but when you're actually going out of your way to find some, they're very sparse. But of course, ads eventually creep up, and what a lot of them had in common was they wanted you to pursue further education. So all we need to do is feed this to the program. Next is blanks, and it's pretty much the same thing. The reason we don't want to right swipe on a blank is because they're probably dud accounts. So we just need to swipe, swipe, swipe until we eventually find a blank. So just as before, we feed it into the code. And next we need to find our scam bots. And you may notice a trend here. They all have pig faces. Also malicious links probably hidden in their profile. Now we feed it to the code. Oh great, now we can finally get to the more interesting stuff. Let's have a look at how computers recognize faces. So we're going to get their gender, their age, their emotion, and their ethnicity. Here's one of my favorite actresses, Olivia Munn. Our first test got her gender, but not her age. After refining, let's try again. Bingo, we're getting close. Now let's try running this on an actual Tinder profile. So we'll blur the profile for the privacy. What's happening in the background is we're getting a copy of the profile, and we're loading it into the program. So in the terminal window on the left, we should see our results. Hell yeah! So I added a function that keeps a record of the profiles we analyze so we can review the results. And now that we have some data points, let's apply one for age. So we'll set this up in a while loop and we'll keep swiping right unless if the profile is underaged or meets one of our previous blocks. So I left the program to run for a couple minutes and this is what we get. This third profile looks a bit odd, like it's cropped. Let's find out why. So here we see the program do its first check. Now it's checking if it's an ad. And now that all checks are done, now we can finally split some of the machine learning data. Yeah, that's pretty much on point. Now it's going to go through the age filter. Oh yeah, check out that auto swipe. So we'll just let this keep running. So we thought we had an error, but really this photo just originally had a crop. And this is about the point where I terminated the program. So the potential for what we could do is add more logic to trigger swipes based on the other data points that we are able to determine, such as race, gender, and mood. Now you're probably wondering, Wilpo, did you get any matches? Well, So what's something I've learned from doing all this? There seems to be an obsession with Instagram and Snapchat filters. And they ruin my facial recognition stuff! Oh yeah, by the way, I deleted all the accounts I made during this project.